Right, so welcome back to Adventure 82. This one's being done on my phone. It's the day before we leave. I thought it might be an idea before we leave to show you what the hotel was like, just in case anybody does come to Salzburg. At least you'll have a rough idea what this hotel's like. Also, when we were looking it up, there wasn't really anything much about this hotel, so I'm hoping it'll be useful to someone. Right, so this is the Wyndham Grand Hotel in Salzburg, obviously. Let's go inside and I'll show you actually what's there. Right, so there's two entrances in. There's this one, which is like a double door. Or there's the main entrance, which I didn't realise about until I came in about 2 days later, which is over here, which is a rotating door by reception, who are also really helpful. They speak English here as well, so if you don't know a lot of German, it's not a massive issue. Along the back here, this is all their conference rooms, because they do weddings as well, so it's a conference centre, so there's a lot of big rooms that aren't always in use. And we have, if you're an Instagram, TikTok person, I have quite a snazzy little area for you here, for you to do your photos, etc. Now, the restaurant, there's people in it at the minute, so I don't want to film too much. We have the bar here, and then we'll go straight through. Then you come into this section here, which is again used for when they have weddings. This is where they would do like the wedding meals, etc. And you also have these double doors here, which are locked up at the moment, but through here, as you can see, in the mornings you can come here, and if you've paid extra for it, you can actually get breakfast there as well. Right, so this is the first floor. We're on the ground floor, obviously. So you have here, I'm only going to show you briefly because I don't disturb anybody. You have a swimming pool through there. You have gym equipment in here. You have a hairdressers. You have changing rooms, and there's some more spa stuff and things in there as well. You get different types of rooms here. So there's 6-floor hotel. On the bottom 5 floors, you have regular rooms with the educational business suite, and also on the ground floor you have the main entrances, those function rooms I showed you the other side of downstairs. All the stuff, all the floors are card protected from the reception floor, ground floor. So with the exception of this floor, which is obviously used for functions, so it has to be accessible all the time, even for people who don't have a card. You need a room card to be able to get around the rest of the hotel. A nice view here, you see, but the problem at the moment, they have, if we look out this side, I'll show you actually. They have some building work and stuff going on at the moment outside. I don't know if you can see that. Hang on. So I mean, see, they've got some building work going on outside there, so obviously that will be sorted out as time goes on. I think it's just a subject that a lot of countries are dealing with at the minute of kind of trying to get back to where they were before COVID hit and ruined everything else. But right, what I'll do now, I'll take you up in the lift. I'll show you our top floor, because we're actually in an executive room. We're not executives. I just thought it would be a nice change, basically. And we've been saving for this for about 20 years, as I mentioned previously in other videos. So, right, up in the lift. Right, so as you can see, like I say, you need a key card. So I need a key card for there, which got the stairs, which will work. Your room card works both, or you can use the lift, which has a interesting mechanism. It took me a couple of minutes to figure it out. I don't know if they're common. or this method is common in lifts in hotels in general, because I'm not the most travelled, I'll be fair. But right, so you've got your funny little card thing here, so you go in, out, button. So give you a rough idea what kind of food you can expect here, by the way, because the bar is also a restaurant during the day, so you can get your food there. It's not cheap here, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's overpriced for what it is. So you can see, there's your stairs. Right, so like I say, we're on the executive floor. You have three types of rooms here. You have normal executive rooms, which are that way, which is where ours is, and I'll show you that in a moment, but ours is down there. Down here, there's two types of room. There is one executive grand suite, which, yeah, I could never hope to have the right amount of money for. And then down here, they have what they class as club rooms. So you can tell because they actually have club room on the door. So, and on the opposite side of the hallway, they have business class. Now, if you're fortunate enough to be either in business class or a club room, which again I'm not, what you can also do, which is why I'm walking to the end of the hallway for you, is you have access to a kind of little club lounge, which supposedly has very nice views, but because of course I can't get in, you have to use your room card to get in there, and only the club cards, only the rooms for the club rooms, their cards, and the ones for the business class will actually make it unlock. I wouldn't know, but I'll show you through the window anyway, so you should get your newspapers and your food. You've got little fruit bowling things over here, and you've got a table and stuff where you can sit outside on the terrace as well. As you can see, it doesn't work for me. See, we're flashing red light to tell you, no, you haven't paid enough money, go away. So, it's not really that, it's just, it is what it is. So, we're currently staying in room 602. So rather than make you watch me walk back down the hallway, I'll show you the room next. I have to say though, I do like some of these pictures they have on the walls. This is in the what the class is the old town. So the part of Salzburg we're in is the newer part. It's on the opposite side of the Salzach River. You can actually visit the old town, and we've been there already. You go there on the number 5 trolley bus, which is easy enough to use. The bus service here is actually really simple to suss out. You could get 24-hour tickets, which allow you to hop on and off all the trolley bus services and all the local bus services for 24 hours. Or if you're going to visit castles and stuff as well, you can actually get what they call a Salzburg card, which I think I showed you in, or which I will end up probably showing you in the video around Salzburg Fortress, because what that does, it gives you free travel on the public services, with the exception of S-Bahn, which is like their kind of underground local train service. And it also gives you free access to, or discounts on, a lot of the attractions. So this is like a standard executive room. So your bed, you've got a couple of little like cubby holes here, and you have to put your card in there, which is, if you've ever been to a Premier Inn, it's the same as most things, just put your card in, the light will come on. See? So you've got, so like I say, you've got your bed, you've got your, like, your cubby holes would be like your bedside cabinet. You've got your standard little lights here and your lamp. This I quite like. They give you an espresso machine. Not many places give you that. They've still got the old telephone, and it works. So you can actually phone down to reception. Or in our case, we ordered pizza takeaway the other day, and they phoned us and made Erica jump out her skin.
I wasn't expecting it. Do you know what I love?
Right,
I've got to show. This is brilliant. For me, who reads a lot, there's a normal lamp. Ta-da! There's also a reading lamp. Perfect.
There you go. You've got your air conditioning control. You've got tea, coffee, normal tea and coffee facilities. You've got this if you ever order wine up. It's a little ice bucket. They give you a fridge. It did have a complimentary bottle of water in it, but we've drunk that. They give you a safe to keep your stuff in, and then you've got shelving. You've got an extra pillow in there. You get a little hook here with some hangers for your coats, and you get a separate one on this side with some wooden hangers in for your clothing. The bathroom, yeah, they still give you a Bible. I'm not sure any people use Bibles in hotel rooms anymore. And the bathroom, he says if you can find the switch, there we go, is rather nice too. So you've got your sink there, toilet, you've got a large head, small head shower, and you've got a bath as well. And of course you've got your towels up there. They give you shower gel. It's a glass door, I'm not sure about that. But I see with me, just me and Erica here, I think that's okay. I think if Charlotte was with us, that may be more of an issue if she had a hissy fit. And then they give you these, see, so you've got, what have we got here? We've got shampoo. Come on, camera, focus. There we go. We've got shampoo. And we've got some body lotion, which Erica says smells quite nice, apparently. It does. You've got your hairdryer. You've got your magnifying mirror, which is terrifying if you forget that it's there, like I did the other night. You have a tissue dispenser. And you've got some more little towels here. Spare toilet roll and your normal one. Bin. And for some reason, which I can't figure out because it's the bathroom, you also have another phone. I've never used a phone in the bathroom or on the toilet in my life, because to me anyway, whenever anybody's on the phone and they're in the toilet, you kind of have a rough idea because of the echo. I mean, obviously it could be a tunnel, but most of the time people will assume that it's that you're on the loo. Now, there's two other things we need to do. First of all, I need to show you the view from here, which is quite magnificent, if I'm honest. So, hang on a moment. Right, so, sorry, because like I said, I'm filming this on my phone, and my phone doesn't change the ISO when it changes. I have to keep pausing it, changing it, going back. But the view from the hotel, look at those hills. I mean, the back of the hotel isn't pretty to look at, fair enough. But over here is. That's stunning. Also, just down the road, if you want to, there's you can get a trolley bus down to, trolley bus, by the way, if you're not sure, is like a bus, but it has the little electric contacts on the roof like a tram, and it runs on the cables above. You can get one of those, and it will actually take you down to a place called Mirabellplatz, or Mirabell Place in English. And there's a place called Panorama Bus Tours, and you actually go on various tours. They do a sound and music tour and things as well whilst you're here if you want to do that. But that's the Wyndham Grand Hotel. The only thing I would say is the only thing we haven't done, I think she's probably best to do it, because she's the one who doesn't want to move in the morning, is the obligatory how comfortable is the bed test. Is that before or after you've broken the TV remote? So Erica, you can see on camera here, is going to do the one thing we haven't done, and that is tell you how comfy or not the bed is. So these are quite firm, which is I thought was quite nice.
Yeah, the bed's nice. The pillows are a bit soft for me.
They're a bit weird. You sit on them and then you kind of feel yourself
Yeah,
sinking into them. It's like the air's coming out. I think it's because they're duck down.
Weird.
I think it might be because they're duck down.
Maybe.
Yeah. But otherwise, apparently, according to Erica, it doesn't affect your sleep, or at least not in my case. Apparently, I snore too much.
You do snore too much.
That's just rude.
Yes.
Right.
I suppose you should do prices.
Yeah, I probably should do a sum up. So we'll switch roles and then I'll be in front.
Okay.
Right, so that's the Wyndham Grand Hotel. I mentioned obviously you can get breakfast here. It is an extra 20 euros a day. And I know that sounds a lot, but there is a load of stuff to choose from. There's cereal, there's fruit, there's yogurt, there's some dried fruit, there's meats, there's cheese, there's bread, there's muffins. There's a really nice, I don't know what the name of it is, German cake. Awesome. There's tea, there's coffee, and you can go back as much as you want. It doesn't matter. One other thing I would say if you do have breakfast here, though, is they start breakfast at 6:30. If you want to have breakfast here, I wouldn't go before about 7:30, 8 o'clock, because otherwise everyone's down there, and you'll find you'll have your breakfast and nowhere to sit, because you're not allocated seats. You have to find your own place to sit once you've got your breakfast. So that's something to bear in mind. The cost of the hotel, we were here for about 8 days, and it's cost us, I think, because it was rolled in with a package with EasyJet that included the flights to and from Salzburg. So the price for it was, I think, around about 500-600 euros, but then bearing in mind that we're staying in an executive room, you could have a regular room and that would be much less. The only thing I would be also aware of coming to Salzburg, whether it's the Wyndham Grand Hotel here or anywhere else, is that EasyJet don't or didn't tell us, and that might be a fault of ours, but I think EasyJet should definitely put it on their website somewhere, is that you have to pay a tourist tax essentially when you come over here. Now obviously if you travel a lot you'll already be aware of this, but I wasn't, and Austria and there's a few other countries throughout Europe, Germany's another one I believe, that charge a tourist tax. So when we got here we checked in, we thought we'd had everything paid for, and we had to pay another 292 euros in tourist tax. Now I don't begrudge Austria that, or Salzburg that in any sense, and I didn't mind paying it. I just would have liked to have known it was coming, because if you're coming here on a budget, then obviously you like to be able to plan for that kind of thing, and that's quite a lot out of something you've budgeted for. However, that said, the Wyndham Grand Hotel is an awesome hotel. I can't fault it. The stuff here is really, really nice. They give you an iron and ironing board, which I didn't show you in the wardrobe because it was a bit too dark. The staff are really helpful. They know English, they know French, they know German. Erica lost her phone the first day here.
You do?
The gentleman on the desk at the bottom there very kindly spoke to the taxi driver where she lost the phone in German for us and got him to bring it back. No, there's nothing they won't do here to help you. They do have, although we haven't used it, they have a laundry service, which is an extra cost. I think it's about like $6 US for a shirt. I don't know what that is in euros. You've got a shopping centre just across the road, so that's nice as well. The bus service is really regular from here. In fact, the bus is literally just outside, and that will take you all the way down to the old town, and even as far as the Untersbergbahn, which I've done a separate video on. Yes, absolutely lovely hotel. I can't fault it in any stretch of the imagination. So yeah, if I was to say should you use the Wyndham Grand Hotel, I'd say yeah. So yeah, brilliant hotel. I'll see you in the next video because my phone's being an idiot and it keeps overheating, which is why some of the edit might be a bit rough, because the editing software isn't brilliant and the phone's being a pain in the backside. But until the next video, I'll see you probably in one of my other videos I've made around Salzburg. But until then, take care of yourselves and I'll see you guys soon. I hope this is helpful to someone.